Okay, welcome back to another MTGO League. This time I'm playing Mardu. It's essentially black, black red, but we've got a very small white splash for three prismatic endings in the main, and then some kind of powerful sideboard cards. So this list is straight from MTGO user Edward 40 Hands, who I believe is Sol Mulker, the creator of Black Green Rock, which is a deck that I've always been a massive fan of, even if it's fallen out of popularity a little bit at the moment with the printing of some more sort of impressive cards in other colours to go into your mid-range decks. But it's the standard kind of deal where you've got the combination of Dragon's Rage Channel and Ragavan and Void Walker, and then just other powerful removal spells like Lightning Bolt and Unholy Heat, a good spread of discard spells, and then the sideboard is quite interesting. So a lot of pillages, which is you don't see as often anymore. Only one copy of Alpine Moon, two Scourge of the Skyclaves, which I'm assuming are for matches where you expect the opponent to go lower on life total, and for grindy matches where you want more threats. And then being in white, we get access to things like Kaya's Guile, Vanishing Verse, and D-Spark, which is something I think we played in our last Mardu list and was actually really good. So that rounds that out. So let's get into round number one. Hope everyone's doing well today. Thanks to everyone that subscribed recently. If you're a fan of the channel, please do consider subscribing. We're at 193 subscribers as at the current moment, so it'd be nice to hit 200. I don't know what's on the agenda of things to play next. Probably more footfalls. Managed to do fairly well in a recent modern challenge with that deck. And then just more mid-range stuff. Don't know if there's anything from the new Innistrad set that we want to try out, but yeah, let's get into round number one for now. Okay, we'll be on the draw here. Looks like we're against Dr. Queller, who's a well-known, I don't know if they stream, but it's definitely a well-known player, usually on some sort of spirits deck. I think we're going to mulligan this. It's a little bit land heavy. This is also awkward. Maybe we should have kept that original one. We have got turn one Thoughtseize. If we find a land, this hand is pretty good, but I think we don't want to risk it. Yeah, this is good. I mean, I'm playing into the fact that I think my opponent is on spirits a bit here. Is it wrong to... I think I'm just going to ship both the baubles. Maybe that's wrong to turn on Unholy Heat, but I want all of these spells. This is where they go turn one Urza's Tower or something. Okay, there's the Ether Vial. So we could Ragavan here, but I think we might dash Ragavan next turn. I think we want to get this in. So Apparition and Double Queller. Let's take the Apparition, I believe. Although it dies to heat. We may just be playing Ragavan here. Yeah, I think so. We could dash it. I think we'll cast it, and then we'll shock in the Blood Crypt and hold up Lightning Bolts. The reason we're not dashing it here is, well, for one thing, in case of stuff like that, I think we're just going to Unholy Heat this before giving our opponent... you see, they have got a chance to do that now. But I think this is fine. If our opponent wants to use the mana for Spell Queller there, that's fine. Okay, so we'll go to combat. If our opponent flashes in Spell Queller, obviously we can bolt it. Make a treasure token. Then we will use the Inquisition here. Okay, so yeah, our opponent's spell quelling this is pretty good for us, because then we can go bolt the spell queller and cast the Inquisition to take the other spell queller before our opponent can get it in with their Ether Vial. Opponent's drawn another Ether Vial, which is obviously a horrid draw for them. And we do still have a Lightning Bolt. And we have obviously the ability to put Lurrus into our hand. There's the other Ether Vial. So yeah, just going to hold on to this bolt, see what we can find with Ragavan. There's another Inquisition, so we'll attack with... maybe we should have attacked... Maybe we should have Inquisition first, but I'm kind of fine for hiding behind this bolt. Might want to use the mana if we find something to cast. So yeah, we'll Inquisition again. Okay, they're pretty good hits. So we'll take the Rattle Chains, I think, because it can give stuff hexproof. And then, do we want to put Lurrus into our hand? I don't think so. Is it worth putting Lurrus into our hand? No, I mean, our opponent can't actually... I don't want to get rid of these treasures really yet. And our opponent can't actually flash in Supreme Phantom with the Vial at the moment. So there's that. So yeah, we can just now we'll bolt that. Queller is obviously my opponent's best draw. Could be a drug. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should have played around that more. Yeah, that's really annoying actually. Let's put Lurrus to hand. We can't get basic planes, but I don't really want to fetch shock, so I think we can just use that here. Yeah, that's a really good draw from our opponent. It's possible that we should have waited on the bolt, perhaps, but I think we have to go for it there. Okay, opponent finds Cavern of Souls. Yep. Okay, so we'll fetch. Just go and get the Triome. In case we draw a white spell, I was going to say, but yeah, regretting putting those baubles back now. Yeah, I kind of forgot that they're really good with Lurrus. So we'll play this out, and I think we will play the Lurrus. Maybe we should have attacked with Ragavan there. Yeah, probably should have attacked with Ragavan there to kind of bluff that we've got a... Well, it's got hexproof, so it's not really worth it. Our opponent would just block. So yeah, we're looking for kill spells, really. Okay, Wanderer's fairly good for our opponent. We're just drawing lands. No point in attacking here. We will play this out, because we might need mana for Mausoleum Wanderer. Yeah, sadly we've... Yeah, I don't know, maybe we could have played around that Drog Skull, kept him a bit better. Our opponent... I feel like we found a lot of lands in this late game, and our opponents found mostly gas. We are dead next turn. Well, I think we have to attack with Lurrus, I guess. And our opponent finds a Noble Hierarch as well. Oh, we find Arid Mesa. So if we attack with Lurrus, opponent blocks here, we go to 8, and then we die on the backswing. Yeah. We drew, what, 3-4 lands in a row, and that kind of was just the death of us. Yeah, okay, so we also, I think, mulliganing the Mishra's Baubles away was probably a mistake as well. So mono-coloured permanents. I'm not sure we want. We want Kaya's Guiles. And we want engineered explosives and maybe collective brutality. I'm not too sold on thought seizes. Croxer's fine. Voidwalker's fine. Dragon's Rage Channeler's really good. Ending can be a bit clunky because we often need to put it on 3. But we do have the ability to do that, so I think that's fine. K command can be good. What about Torak? The protection from white is interesting, I think. Good enough to keep in. Are the Inquisitions worth it? Or do we just want to kind of attack the board? I think we can cut another 2 Inquisitions. Okay, let's let's try and do a bit better this time. We'll have Lurrus as a companion. Yeah, this is fine. This is actually really good. Well, I say really good. It's good enough. So we're just going to get Blood Crypt here. And I think we're going to lead on Ragavan. Because then next turn we can go Dragon's Rage Channeler, hold up Bolt. Wouldn't mind hitting an Ether Vial off this. Because then we've got so many 1-drops we can start vialing them in. Okay, Torak's not bad. And actually we might be able to cast that next turn. Protection from red. Do we want to cast that, I guess? Whenever sacrifice it. No, I don't think we want that. I think we're just going to play out our stuff. Let's go and get Sacred Foundry. We are having to shock here, but playing out a couple of channelers is good. And then next turn, hopefully we can play Torak, make my opponent discard 2. Well, that is unless we need to bolt something here. Rest in peace. Sure. I mean, that is annoying, but it's not too bad. I mean, it turns these into 1/1s, but we do still get the upside of... That's a good draw. We do still get the upside of the Surveil, fixing our draws. Mausoleum Wanderer. I mean, we might cast that. We'll him to Torak our opponent here. And I feel like we are casting this Mausoleum Wanderer. We put our opponent to 10 here. We've got a 4/3 protection from white. This was turn 3. I mean, Ragavan is a stupid card. Yeah, Torak, if you can power him out on turn, kicked on turn 3, it's just so good. What did my opponent discard? Look, we made my opponent discard Spellcaller Selfless Spirit there. Obviously incredibly strong. Could be an apparition. Yeah, there's an apparition. But yeah, can't deal with. Okay, so we're going to upkeep do this so that I can Surveil, fix my draws. Yeah, Rattle Chains is good. No, we don't want the Douthie. don't want the mountain. Colligan's command is okay. I think we're just swinging though. So yeah, getting in damage, and then we'll just cast another Ragavan. Pass the turn. Yeah, that bolt was probably incorrect. Yeah, I really need to think about that more. So my opponent left Ether Vial on 3 as well. Ending's not bad. We could ending this, but I think we're happy enough to just bash in with... Actually, we can just swing with everything here. Although if my opponent has a so if my opponent has something like a Spell Queller, I actually think it might just be Torak. Maybe, and then hold up K command. Yeah. Opponent goes to 1. I think we'll see what comes in here. Do we just go for the Colligan's command right now? I think we do it in upkeep. Our opponent can't flash in Mausoleum Wanderer. They can't... There's nothing on 2 that really hurts us, I don't think. And we don't want Spell Queller in now. Hopefully they go for casting it. Okay, so we're going to go for this now. So target player discards a card. Deal 2 damage. Hopefully this is the concession lockup. Yeah, okay, so we do get there. Yeah, Ragavan is just a bit crazy there. I wonder if we should be running Scourge. Mono-coloured is potentially interesting. What does it hit? It hits Supreme Buntum, Skyclave Apparition. It does hit a fair amount. Colligan's command was a bit awkward there, especially in the face of rest. If my opponent's bringing in Rest in Peace, do we want to change anything for that? I think we should cut a K command, maybe cut 1 Croxer, bring in Vanishing Verse, and maybe more Inquisition effects. Yeah, let's go with that. Maybe the Voidwalkers aren't that great here. But yeah, Torak was the real winner there. Protection from white. Our opponent just struggles so much to kill that, especially if it's got counters on it. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan this. If that was a red land, I might risk it, but this is okay. What are we gonna get rid of? I think we'll get rid of Kaya's Guile here, or is it Torak? No, we'll get rid of Kaya's Guile. Like, even if we just slam Torak on turn 2, it's not too bad. If this is a Ether Vial, I think we'll okay. That's pretty good. So we can go Blackcleave Cliffs, Channeler, Bauble. Yeah, we'll leave that on top. pass the turn. Obviously Unholy Heat. We want to draw a card. No attacks from our opponent. There's the Wanderer and a Forest. So our opponent could be running... Oh, okay. They've added an extra little bit. So I think we're just going to kill both my opponent's creatures here. So we can go heat this before we draw to fix our draw potentially. Yeah, well, I think we're happy to draw another one of those. We're going to go and get black-white, I think, given our hand. So yeah, just get rid of the Forge Tender. We get to surveil. We kind of want lands now. Okay, so that, yeah, they're gonna... we can put that into the graveyard. Okay, so we have to attack with Dragon's Rage Channeler, but it won't do any damage. There's an Ether Vial that was off the top for our opponent. Okay, so we'll attack here. I wonder if we want to ending the Vial. Do we want to ending the Vial? Or do we just want to play like a Voidwalker? I think we could wait until next turn to play to ending the Vial. Whereas getting more unblockable threats is probably probably very good. Okay, so our opponent has now got 3 mana. But we are hitting him for 6 a turn. Could be an apparition here. It is? What are they going to get rid of? I'd imagine it will possibly be Dragon's Rage Channeler. We've got the answer for this. Okay. That's a reasonable draw. We'll put that into the graveyard. See what my opponent's drawing next. Drogskull Captain is very good. So yeah, we're just going to want to use our removal now. Opponent could flash in Mausoleum Wanderer, I guess. It should be annoying. But we will make a 2/2 as well. They are fighting, so we know what they're fighting. Okay, so finding a land there is not bad. Obviously, we have to be careful of it's a 2/2, so not too bad. We will play a land. So do we play the Voidwalker? If our opponent goes flash in, Drogskull Captain. No, I think we're attacking first. We're happy to trade an illusion for something our opponent wants to do. This puts my opponent to 3. We are running lightning bolts in the deck. I wonder if we're meant to play Torak here. No, with that many cards in our opponent's hand, I think we can Okay, Spell Queller. So I think we're now going to ending the Ether Vial. It makes us able to scry, and it stops our opponent going double 3-drop next turn. Although, or do we want to hold it for... So our opponent goes Drogskull Captain next turn. We could then potentially kill the Drogskull Captain. I think I'm going to ending this. It uses our mana for 1, and it means we can surveil potentially a land to the top for Croxer. Don't know, maybe that was wrong, but if my opponent just goes Drogskull Captain go, that is a pain because our opponent can... Although we can then smash in with everything. Opponent goes to 2. Could be Collected Company. It is Collected Company. Drogskull Captain, Mausoleum Wanderer. Okay, that's pretty good. So yeah, kind of wishing I'd kept the... yeah, definitely wishing I'd kept the ending now. Okay, yeah, fine. Hold on, this is counter unless you pay that much. So I guess we'll just go for this. I mean, we could bolt this, but no, we're just bolting here. So yeah, my opponent can sacrifice the 2/2, but we can pay 2 mana. Not entirely sure why my opponent went for sorcery speed Collected Company. Because if they'd have gone for it... Hold on, why has that got a Void Walker under it? Wait, when did our opponent cast that? Not sure why this one's got... Oh, that was from ages ago, was it? Yeah, that one's from ages ago. Okay, I was getting confused there. Okay, but we get the win. Made a few errors there, but good to get the win. See you for the next round. Okay, welcome to round, actually number 3. Unfortunately, in a very amateur move, I forgot to press record. But we took a resounding loss to 5-color, like, not quite aggro, but it was... it had Lurrus, and then it had Scourge of the Skyclaves, and then some of the domain creatures like Territorial Carvu and stuff. But yeah, took a pretty hefty loss there. But so yeah, I think we're going to mulligan this because we've got a lot of red cards but no red lands. And then we'll keep this. Not going to make the mistake of binning a bauble again. My opponent is a Lurrus deck, so we're going to keep this. I think we'll get rid of the Colligan's Command. That way we keep a bit of everything. We've got some disruption. We've got a threat. We've got, yeah. So let's go Blood Crypt, I think. And then we'll cast Bauble. We'll Bauble my opponent. Okay, so Boros Charm on top is not ideal. We can deal with the Goblin Guide. We'll take the Boros Charm just because it does the most damage. We are drawing another Boros Charm, unfortunately. So I think our turn this turn looks like we're going to hold up Unholy Heat and then play a tap land. Hopefully this will find us a land. Another Croxer's not actually too bad. Potentially start getting some stuff out of my opponent's hand. So we draw a Croxer. Play a Sacred Foundry tap, pass the turn. Obviously gonna Unholy Heat. I'd imagine our opponent attacks. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they you know, see this as us holding up a removal spell and don't want to give us the trigger. So yeah, we'll just heat that now. Plays the mountain. Can't skewer us. I would. The mana is a little bit awkward here, I suppose. It looks like they're holding up Boros Charm. Okay, so we're just going to Croxer them. Get my opponent to discard a card. And then next turn we can Croxer Bolt or put Lurrus to hand. I mean, if this gets Burn or Sunbait Canyon, I guess we're happy. Well, Searing Blaze isn't too bad. So we're going to get Boros Charmed here. So we've got another Croxer. If we draw a fetch land, we probably play actual Croxer, as in escaped Croxer. Bit awkward from our opponent because they can't Rift Bolt and Skewer, but that does put us to 8. Okay, we draw a land, so we'll go black, red here, play another Croxer. I guess we could have considered Lurrus. See what this gets. Okay, Bloodstained Mire, so we know there's just Skewer in my opponent's hand, but they can Skewer us next turn. I wonder whether we're supposed to Lightning Bolt our opponent if they don't play a creature. It's possible, because that would put them to 11 and then a Croxer attack if we draw another Bolt. Although we could just then double bolt. There's the Skewer, we get a 5. So yeah, we're escaping Croxer here, choosing not to bolt. Okay, we've drawn the double bolt. So black, black, red, red. So we do get a card out of our opponent's hand here. Searing Blaze, sure. So we don't know anything about my opponent's hand. We're looks like they got a bolt. So if my opponent doesn't rip a burn spell, we win. If they rip one, we die. Yeah, that's fine. Well, I guess it's, yeah, so I think win there was it. If we bolt the monkey, my opponent takes 9, but then if we don't bolt the monkey, we're going to have to bolt it anyway. So if my opponent doesn't block, then we kill them this turn. If they do block, then we have to fade a draw, but we're going to have to fade a draw anyway, because if they block, my opponent will go to 11, and then I think we're meant to make them block. I think we're going to play out the, well, are we meant to make them block here? So we attack, my opponent goes to 11, and then we do have kind of enough in hand to kill them. Either that or we put them to 5 by bolting the Ragavan, and then put them to 5 by bolting the Ragavan, and then we, I think we'll make them block here. Although bolting Ragavan would definitely mean they're dead next turn. I think we'll make them have it here. Okay, yeah. So they go to 6 and we just win. Okay, we made them have it, or made them block. I have to admit, I'm a little bit surprised they didn't block there. Yeah, but I guess playing around double bolt, maybe they didn't want to do that. Maybe they're making us have it. But yeah, had to say we took our chance there, I think. Okay, so we're going to want Kaya's Guile. Probably Scourge is pretty good. Collective Brutality is obviously amazing. Vanishing Verse can be good. Definitely want to go out with the Thought Seizes. Colligan's Command is a bit slow. Ending being Sorcery Speed is a little bit awkward. Yeah, Vanishing Verse isn't too bad. Stealthy Voidwalker's fine. I think everything else is okay. It's whether we want to bring in either Engineered Explosives and Vanishing Verse are considerations. I guess Prismatic Ending can kill a turn 1 Ragavan. It does just kill anything. EE can kill. I mean, it kills a lot of stuff, but obviously it costs quite a lot of mana. Is Torak that good? Maybe we should be cutting. Well, if we could power it out. Tell you what, let's split the difference and go like that. You know, if we can get Torak to make them discard even one burn spell, that's obviously good for us. Yeah, well, I think we'll go with this. So we can fetch Basic Mountain. Turn 1. Opponent's kept 7. Okay, so we see EE on top. Do we want to play EE? Probably not. Not yet. Just go and get Basic Mountain. Play Dragon's Rage Channeler. Cast the Bauble. Yeah, we can keep that on top now. See what our opponent's drawing. Just an Arid Mesa. Wonder if we're meant to block here. Probably not. Searing Blaze would be bad. Yep. Okay, Kaya's Guile is a good one. We could play the Scourge here, which would be a 3/3, but I think we want to wait, and we don't really want to play play a shock land. Unholy Heat, sure. So we'll just bolt this. I'm pretty sure my opponent has an Arid Mesa in hand. Kaya's Guile pretty strong because obviously it gains us life. But I think we're going to play Scourge here. Maybe they don't have Arid Mesa. Maybe that was the one that I saw previously. Okay, so we've got Heat. Maybe we're meant... No, I don't think we are meant to shock this in. I think we'll do this. No. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand. I think we'll play the Scourge. Because if my opponent chooses to bolt... I mean, they're not going to choose to bolt this. I guess the only trouble is if they've got loads of Searing Blazes in hand and find a land. Because they can kill this with Searing Blaze, unlike Shadow. Now it's 17. Are we going to get turned forward here is the question. If we can untap with Kaya's Guile available. The fact that our opponent tapped out last turn for Lava Spikes indicates they might not have Skull Crack. Because they might have wanted to. I think they know about the Kaya's Guile from Goblin Guide. I suppose gaining life... Oh no, it's not that awkward here. I was going to say it's going to reduce our Scourge, but our opponent's at 17. If we get a hit in with this Scourge, it goes to a 6/6. Opponent in the tank, not sure what they've got. Okay, Eidolon's pretty good, but it gives Kaya's Guile an extra mode. So we'll attack first. And then we're going to do this right. We're going to do this now to play around Skull Crack. So each opponent sacrifice a creature, will gain some life. So we go to 4, but then we go back up to 8. These Unholy Heats are turned on to deal 6 damage. Wonder if our opponent has just a handful of clunky 2-drops. There's a Rift Bolt. That's not a great draw, really. Okay, so I think we just hold up now. We don't really want to play anything else. We've got double heat. Okay, so yeah, we're pretty dead here actually. Just a turn too slow. Because Rift Bolt's going to deal us 3. Hopefully our opponent just has creatures. They certainly don't have lands. Could be the hand could be full of Searing Blazes. Yeah, okay. Close. Yeah, that one's close. Opponent never drew any more land. They did have 2 cards in hand though. Okay, so do we want to change anything for being on the play? Don't really think so. Maybe K command gets a little bit better, but yeah, we got some good cards if we can draw. The Scourge was good there. Collective Brutality and Kaya's Guile also obviously great. Yeah, I think we're fine with this. It's got removal for our opponent's creatures. It's got a couple of threats in it. I think we'll go and fetch basic mountain, then basic swamp. Opponent's kept 7. Yeah, let's go and get a mountain here. Play a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Play a Bauble. Yeah, we're going to put that on top. We're going to need to find another land, obviously. We're not actually running basic plains. Oh, our opponent skipped through their first turn. Oh, that's gross. That's really bad. Yeah, like obviously that's so brutal for them. They've had to discard a card. They haven't Oh, okay, my opponent has decided that rather than continue, they will just concede from that mistake. Okay, well, we'll take the win, but it's a bit of a rubbish way to win, really. I think we had a good hand. We had the Kaya's Guile ready to gain us some life. But yeah, on to the next round. Okay, round number 4. Lurrus deck. This hand's good, I think. It's got all our colours, got a threat, 2 removal spells against the Lurrus deck is usually pretty good. We've got a turn 1 kind of pseudo scry with the Bauble and a fetch land. Okay, Bauble, of course, given it's a Lurrus deck. Targeting themselves, so they have a fetch land and a non-fetch, we can discern from that. Okay, so they don't like the card on the top of their library. Okay, Watery Grave. Okay, Inquisition, so this could be a range of things. Grixis Lurrus could be, I mean, it's probably Grixis something, but it could be Shadow, it could be just the Grixis kind of mid-range. Okay, so we'll cast Bauble, see what we've got on the top of our deck. Okay, yeah, we're happy to take that one, so we'll play out Marsh Flat so that we can fetch if my opponent doesn't do anything, we'll fetch and just grab the Triome. If they do something we want to kill, Sleight of Hand. Okay, they miss a land by the look of it. Not sure what this is. So we can just go and get the Triome here. Okay, so we'll play out our Voidwalker. Our opponent probably has some sort of kill spell. And next, okay, still nothing from our opponent. I think we'll go Croxer here. It's higher upside. We could hold up K Command, but you know, my opponent might discard something big that we want to get rid of that we want to cast with Voidwalker. Wishclaw Talisman. Okay, so this is ad nauseam or like inverter. Am I just I think I'm just bolting here. Some sort of combo deck, we can be assured of that. Could have considered Colligan's Commanding there. Probably should have done, because then we could buy back Ragavan. This is 3. We can't quite escape Crocs. So if we K Command, get back... Yeah, I think we're going to K Command here. So we'll get back Ragavan, you discard a card. I suppose we probably should be dealing our opponent 2 damage there. Let's got another Wishclaw. Okay, so Bauble was their draw for turn, and they concede. So, what plays Wishclaw? It's probably, it's going to be some combo deck. Could be Twiddlestorm, but I doubt it. Maybe? Not sure. But either way, we're going to want our collective brutalities. We want all the discard. We want the Thorax. we can probably get rid of these endings unless it's some Underworld Breach deck, which it could be. Oh yeah, we can get rid of Unholy Heats. Bolt is okay. Do we want anything that can take care of my opponent's graveyard? I'm not entirely sure what they're on. They didn't really show us too much. They did show us Wishclaw Talisman. So whether that means we want to do anything, maybe we will keep in Prismatic Endings. Just deals with any sort of permanence my opponent wants to put on the battlefield. And then I won't bring in Alpine Moon until we're sure. Maybe Pillage could be good. Let's trim some bolts and bring in some more pillages. Let's go with that. Just yeah, cutting them off land could be good here. Not going to bring in Alpine Moon unless we see that it's Lotus Field, I think. So yeah, that sounds good. We can go probably turn 1. Turn 1 Dragon's Rage Channeler, or I think Ragavan actually highest upside, because then we can potentially I suppose this could be Mill, but unlikely. So yeah, we're going to go turn 1 Ragavan, because then if Ragavan hits, we can then pillage either a Wishclaw Talisman or a land. So yeah, some sort of black-blue combo. But okay, so top and bottom, I hope they've remembered about Ragavan, and it's not, well, they can either kill it or it's something they don't want on top. I mean, we could not attack there and leave them with a card on top, but I don't think that's right. Okay, so it is Mill by the look of it. So I think we're gonna shock this in, and then are we gonna just pillage the land? Wait, no, Tome Scour. That's not Mill. They wouldn't be running Tome Scour. I think we're just gonna pillage a land here. I think that's fine. Don't know, maybe we should be Dragon's Rage Channeling there. Okay. So that's pretty good. So let's crunch in with Ragavan. Yeah, maybe we should have saved that pillage. Visions. I think we go Dragon's Rage Channeler, Inquisition, Collective Brutality. Or we could go Voidwalker, but I don't think that's that good here, so yeah, we'll do this. Don't think we have to worry too much about our life total here. So let's go and get a Blood Crypt, Inquisition. See what we can surveil. We can put that into our graveyard. So we'll get us... Yeah, so it is Underworld Breach. Okay, so it is Lotus Field. So we're going to take the Breach. We can't actually Collective Brutality. Oh, we can Dream's Grip. Yeah, so we want to get rid of that, really. So I think we escalate. So this. Get rid of this Marsh Flats. We can put that into the graveyard. Get rid of that. Pass the turn. So we leave our opponent with... I mean, Engineered Explosives is annoying. But we definitely wanted to get rid of that Dream's Grip. And I was afraid of being just comboed off. I can't remember exactly how it works. We haven't had a Void Walker out at all. Not sure. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good for our opponent. So they get Watery Grave, EE on 1. Okay, so that goes... Yeah, maybe we should have taken the EE there. Let's go Void... Oh, yeah, they were done from Ragavan, weren't they, the exiled cards? Yeah, I think we'll play the Void Walker here. Just want to get more pressure onto the table. Play a land, pass the turn. Don't know, maybe we're meant to put Lurrus to hand there. Okay, looks like our opponent is going to play Lotus Field. They can. So worth noting that if they've got an untapped permanent spell, they can untap this and do it twice before we gain control of it. Do we want to search for anything, I guess, in our turn? Obviously the problem is, I mean, we could search for Kolaghan's Command. Search for Kolaghan's Command. Search for K Command. Make our opponent discard. That's annoying. What have they... So I think we want to use it. We might as well go and get Kolaghan's Command here. Unless we get Bolt, Croxer, also options. But we don't want our opponent to search again. So yeah, we'll use this. So we can search for whatever we want. So we'll get... we could get Torak here. What do we think is best? Kolaghan's Command or Torak? I think I'm going to get K Command so we can kill... Yeah, that's good actually, yeah. So yeah, we'll get Kolaghan's Command. We'll use Kolaghan's Command and then to make my opponent yeah, we'll make my opponent discard and buy back Ragavan. Target player discards a card. Oh no, we need to destroy the artifact. So we'll just go discards a card, destroy that. Maybe we should have gone for Torak there. We could cast the Wishclaw Talisman again with Voidwalker, but that doesn't seem good. mean, we may just die here. We will play out the land, pass the turn. Maybe we should have gone for Torak or Thoughtseize, but then my opponent can search again. So yeah, not too unhappy with that. What's our opponent got? The opponent hasn't got anything in their graveyard. I guess we could cast Wishclaw Talisman, look for a bolt if we find another burn spell, or a Ragavan. 3 cards in hand for our opponent. Okay, so our opponent just puts Lurrus into their hand. We can actually get and play Lurrus because we've drawn a land, unfortunately. So anything we could go and get that would be better, because we could cast the Wishclaw Talisman. Cast Wishclaw Talisman, get... We can't get Croxer and escape it. We can't... We could get Thoughtseize, but then my opponent can search for a card, which we don't want to let my opponent search. We could cast it, get Kolaghan's Command. What if we cast it, get Kolaghan's Command? Cast Wishclaw, get Kolaghan's Command. So we've got like 5 mana left. K Command. We could K Command, kill that. Buy back Voidwalker, but then we're in the same place. I think we're just attacking here. I'm rather hoping my opponent doesn't have it. Although with a breach, although with Voidwalker on the field, that's going to be hard for my opponent to hopefully go off with breach. Yeah, I'll just cast this, put 2 lethal threats onto the field. Another Underworld breach. Okay, so that's annoying. Can my opponent now just go off? Don't know. Okay, costs. Okay. See what my opponent has. Fortunately, that Dream Script was exiled. Opponent's got 3 mana. They've got Lurrus in hand, but they can't cast Lurrus at the moment. Okay, Serum Visions is a deal. There's a Bauble. Bauble targeting me. I mean, my opponent's at 2, so if they're just planning on Void Snaring, then we can Lurrus dash Ragavan. But they may have other plans here. They'd sacrifice a lot of lands to do that. This goes end of turn. Okay, opponent's conceded. Yeah, I think my opponent was going to Desperation Void Snare to save them for themselves for another turn, but we can just go Lurrus dash Ragavan, which is lethal. So yeah, we're 3-1. Let's see if we can get the 4-1. Okay, here we are for round number 5. We would like to play first. Yeah, this is fine. Lots of discard. Not even that bad against something like Tron, where we can go turn 1 discard, turn 2 Voidwalker, turn 3 put a massive threat in after Thoughtseize. But yeah, no companion revealed for our opponent. Voidwalker is such a ridiculous card. You know, 3/2 unblockable for 3 isn't for 2 mana isn't awful, but the the fact that it's graveyard hate and you get to potentially snipe stuff from your opponent's deck is just yeah. Apologies, looks like I have really messed up the the video today. So yeah, just had it on silent with my my audio muted for the past while. So there we were just playing out Voidwalkers. We were happy there if our opponent wanted to spend that entire turn shatter sculling our Voidwalker. We were fine with that. So yes, Inquisition. I feel like we do Inquisition just in case. Yeah, that's a good Inquisition. Attack with Ragavan. Yeah, we're happy to keep hitting these Thought-Knots here. That puts our opponent to 8. Okay, they're dashing out a Ragavan of their own. They hit. Oh, that's very strong. Oh, that's such a good hit for them. Kolaghan's Command, make us discard, buy back Reality Smasher. That's brutal. That's really brutal. Yeah, that's possibly wins my opponent the game there. We find Dragon's Rage Channeler, which isn't amazing. I mean, it is. I guess it's not too bad. They play They do have Ragavan, which we can block. Yeah, there's the Smasher. We're not blocking here. And then they've got Ragavan in their hand, which they may play. Do they play Lightning Bolt? Possibly. See, I guess they're wondering whether to, if they have got Bolt, they could save it for the Lurrus. We're going to go Lurrus. Probably Ragavan. Ragavan does block. Okay. Cast this Bauble. Yeah, we want a Bolt on top, I think. So then we'll play out this Lurrus. So we can't obviously block with this, so I think we're going to have to put a blocker onto the field. So if we put Ragavan on, let's see what my opponent's drawing. X damage, that's going to be really bad. Yeah, that's really annoying because they can kill. They kill. I think that just wins them the game, right? Unless we draw Bolt. If we draw exactly Bolt, we attack for 3. We've got 1 Bolt on top of our library. Our opponent is going to go. They can deal 3 damage. Kill this, kill that. They're going to kill Lurrus with that. They could kill a Ragavan as well and then attack for the win. Oh, it just hasn't gone our way in this match. So I think we have to... I think we have to just hope that there's 2 bolts sat on top of our library. This card is insane in this deck. Okay, so we're going to put that on top. Get to draw 2 cards. I guess we bolt. We stack our triggers so we get a couple of looks at it. So yeah, we'll do this. So we're going to attack for 3. So we're going to get to draw 2, but we can go, once we draw the first bolt, we can go bolt my opponent, surveil, and then we get another look at the bolt. So put that into our graveyard. Go on, give us the bolt. No, okay. So if our opponent just goes Shatterskull Smashing, they just win the game. Because they can just kill our Lurrus. And then okay, our opponent's got Fury as well. Question mark, I'm pretty sure, like, whatever happened there, we were dead. Unless I'm very much mistaken. Yeah, okay. So... yeah, because we knew about this Shatterskull Smashing, so we knew that my opponent could just win. Okay, so okay, let's see what we can do. So we're going to want Kaya's Guile, possibly Pillage. We're going to want Scourge, I think, and probably Despark. We can take out some Inquisitions. The cards we want to hit are usually bigger than that. Torak could be good. I think ending is gonna. We're not gonna get to ending them. I suppose ending kills Ragavan. I think that's fine. One more cut. Maybe we don't want that many pillages. Oh, it's kind of mid-range. Do we want Thoughtseize? Yeah, I think Thoughtseize is fine. Let's go with that. Yeah, that was pretty... I mean, my opponent had Fury as well, so... You know, whatever happened, we were pretty dead. So, Lurrus to hand. Yeah, this seems fine. Got Ragavan, got some answers to stuff, got all of our colours. Despark can deal with quite a lot of stuff. Okay, opponent has Dismember. Okay, so yeah, we'll Croxer here. Haven't really got anything else to do. Have my opponent discard a card. Matter Reshaper's a nightmare as usual. Okay, Cavern, Eldrazi. Chalice on 1. Okay, so we have the answer for that. Yeah, because we can Call Against Command that. I think we Call Against Command, buy back Ragavan, but we want to wait in case my opponent dashes a Ragavan. They could go Thought Not Seer, which is annoying, because desparking the Thought Not Seer then means we can't deal with the Chalice on 1. Oh, although they can't Ragavan now, maybe they've taken Ragavans out. I think cutting them off 1 mana spells for a turn isn't too bad. Did I bring in the Scourges? Yeah. Matter Reshaper's annoying here. Okay. So I think we're going to go fetch. Can we just get Mountain? Yes. Then, yeah, we're going to go return creep. No, I think. What are we going to do? Are we going to return? Are we going to kill Matter Reshaper? No, let's return Ragavan because Lightning Bolt kills Matter Reshaper. So, return Ragavan, kill the Chalice. Obviously this all goes awry if my opponent flips something like another Matter Reshaper. Relic is annoying. Let's dash this Ragavan. Get rid of our Arid Mesa. I think we're invercasting that. You know, it draws us a card. And then we'll play this. We could save that to cycle it, but I think we're going to want the mana. Don't think our opponent uses the graveyard at all. Eldrazi Obligator. Has that got haste? It does have haste. Looks like our opponent's a little bit short on land, potentially. Whereas we've drawn quite a lot of it. So yeah, I think we'll dash this. See what's on the top of my opponent's library, because we can then cast a 4-drop. Vista. So do we just put Lurrus to hand now? Probably. We could draw a card and put Lurrus to hand, but that involves shocking ourselves and paying 1 from this. So I think we're just going to go Lurrus. And then put this in. Opponent's only got 3 lands. Ripping Prismatic Vista off the top of their library isn't bad, because then obviously that stops them getting a land. I think they should be cracking this if they're looking for lands. Another Obligator. So that is... There's a lot of damage. Okay, so let's play a bauble. See what my opponent's top card is. See if we want to Ragavan Fury. Dash Ragavan, cast Fury seems good. Dash Ragavan, cast. Yeah, we're going to do that. Have we got enough? Yeah, just about. So we'll make a treasure. Fury, kill both Obligators. We do then die to Bolt, but I don't think our opponent runs Bolt. So we have to go... Can we do it by exiling? I wonder if we can cast that by exiling a red... Oh, we haven't got a red card anyway. Okay, I don't think you can do that. So we'll do this. Yes, we do have to go to 1 for this. But it is quite cool. And we do make a 3/3 with double strike. Which now that we've drawn the Bolt is lethal next turn. Opponent cracks the Relic, which is probably good for us. Another Relic. Yeah, I think this is just lethal now. Short of something like Dismember. So we'll dash this. Attack in case our opponent decides they want to dismember. Okay, yep, casting Fury off the top of my opponent's deck. Pretty good. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so this hand is... it's okay. It's got a couple of threats in, we'll keep it. I think we're going to go Dragon's Rage Channeler turn 1. Unless our opponent has Ragavan, in which case we need to bolt that. I think we are going to cast the Bauble to scry. Okay, so we kind of want to draw that, so let's go Bloodstained Mire, pass. We'll draw that, and then wait for our opponent to attack. Go and get Blood Crypt. Bolt this. See if our opponent wants to do anything else. Got 3 types in the graveyard, which isn't too bad. That's another Ragavan. So, okay, yeah, heat's pretty good. So we're now going to go Mesa, Dragon's Rage Channeler, pass the turn, and then we'll Unholy Heat the Ragavan. Okay, it looks like our opponent doesn't have Dismember. Are we willing to just trade off here? I feel like we might be. We've got more threats. It turns our Unholy Heat on to kill Thought-Knot Seers and stuff. Do we want to heat that, or do we want to wait for the Thought-Knot Seer? I think we might wait for the Thought-Knot Seer. Does our opponent play Blood Moon, I wonder? Maybe. We should probably fetch a Swamp. So I think we're going to go... I think we're just going to cast our own Ragavan. Because we want to block my opponent's Ragavan. You know, we could get Dismembered or something here. Okay, so we wouldn't mind a Thought-Knot Seer here. I think if my opponent tries to trade Ragavans, we will. Okay, sure. So we'll Unholy Heat. So we can go and get a shock now. We've got enough white. So we have got double Swamp. Maybe we just go and get... No, we're going to get Blood Crypt again, because then we can fetch a Swamp with this Marsh Flats. It doesn't appear like my opponent has. And we could get Smashed here, which would be bad. Or Furied. You know, opponent now it does have 5 lands, and they have some very scary cards at 5 mana. Including Obligator. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to take 6 here. Why? Isn't it until end of turn? Why would you not attack with it? Oh, my opponent can just kill it. Yeah, sure. Okay. Wait, what? So... Oh, right, okay, I see. That's pretty cool. So my opponent sacrificed it, stacked the triggers so that Doughty Voidwalker would normally go to my graveyard, but it was exiled instead with a void counter on it, and then they can cast it for free with its own void counter. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty strong. Oh, we're just drawing land. Okay, so yeah, we really wanted a spell there. Is this Smasher as well? Okay. Yep. That was obviously a pretty good turn for our opponent. They've obviously seen this before. That's a really sort of niche but cool interaction, getting to steal our Voidwalker forever. But yeah, enjoyed the league. That's pretty good. Think, would I make any changes? Don't know. Like, I don't know if Prismatic Ending and the white cards are worth the sideboard slot, worth the slots over just plain red black. But definitely worth experimenting with. So yeah, hope everyone enjoyed. Do consider subscribing to the channel, and yeah, we'll catch you next time. Cheers.